with an okay.
Dr. AJ.
Please, can anyone hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay, then I'll go ahead with the opening prayer since I'm having some few challenges. I pray it doesn't continue like this. Please let us pray. Our Heavenly Father, we come to you this humble heart, asking for your blessings and help as we gather here for this symposium. Lord, be the controller and the activities today. We pray for your guidance and your protection. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. I am super excited about today's educative conversation we'll be having. We are very pleased to have all our special guests on, and I'm so excited because I saw one fine gentleman. I'm not going to mention his name. So I was at EcoBank Ghana yesterday afternoon at the head office at Rich, and I saw at their hall a big billboard with a description, I quote, "Make the connection. The early years of a child are crucial as its brain makes the connections it needs. Hashtag make the connection," unquote. With a delightful heart, I felt hope for Africa's generation. Children and the youth are more central to the African continent's future. And we need to build a strong, hopeful beginning for them today. The opportunity to share the story of African continents lies in the potential of its current future generation. The children need to make a good use of the internet. The challenge, therefore, lies in making good investments in our generation to reap the benefits of the future. Let us all do something for a better Africa tomorrow through computing, and that is why we are all gathered here today. Once again, a very warm welcome to each and everyone. I shall now invite Mr. John Omor, the Secretary General of African Telecommunication Union. Sir, you have the floor.
Hi, my name is John Omor, the Secretary General of the African Telecommunications Union, the specialized organ of the African Union in the realm of ICTs. Honorable ministers, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, the African Telecommunications Union is more than glad to be part of this timely campaign whose theme, Make the Child Online Protection Visible, is not only a frontline issue in today's digital development, but is also a crucial part of our aspirations for a better tomorrow. For that reason, I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate the organization Child Online Africa for launching the Africa Week of Action for Child Online Protection. We must all appreciate this moment as a milestone in our journey to the future. This forum, at the very least, is built on the foundation that understands the growth of digital technologies and broadband connectivity in Africa, especially today where our children and young people are experiencing increased interaction with technology. This is good, as it means that our youth and children have not been left behind in this global trend. It's also good because ICTs are giving our children and young people opportunities to learn, interact, and explore. Fast forward to the next 20 years, and these children that we have gathered here today to talk about will be the youth and aspiring leaders of various aspects of our lives. Their current exposure to ICT means that they will be becoming of age as digital natives, the early adopters of ICTs. This means that they will be better positioned to harness the power of digital technologies in new and imaginative ways for the benefit of the continent. They will be the driving force that will change Africa for the better, both socially and economically. The truth, however, is that much of these gains may remain bottled if we do not recognize the danger that the online world portends for our children and the extent of damage and destruction it is likely to leave behind if caution is not exercised. Many of our children remain unguarded online and are exposed to life-threatening dangers such as cyberbullying, sexual exploitation, hate speech, terrorism, and indecent exposure, just to mention a few. Admittedly, even as we point out this problem, the truth remains that Africa is in its very early stages of child online protection campaign, which partly then contributes to the fact that stakeholders' participation and responsiveness has not been very expansive. Our coming together here, therefore, is a confirmation of our commitment to ensuring child online protection. It is also a reminder of the need to continuously create and sustain awareness on child online protection. A further reaffirmation of what we have learned in driving other sectors of ICTs over the years, that a singular approach to combating challenges is never effective. A collective effort by all relevant stakeholders, including, of course, policymakers, law enforcement agencies, civil society organizations, teachers, parents, and the private sector is necessary, particularly to ensure that we deal with the challenge systematically. Let me start by African governments. In our view, governments play an important role in ensuring child online protection in Africa. That is why, as a key request this week, we are asking our African governments to review legal frameworks and develop national strategies for online protection of children, which should, among other things, include actions to be taken against perpetrators. To implement these strategies effectively, we ask our governments to commit resources to the various sectors of child online protection and be willing to listen and respond to the voices of those affected. To empower our children and young people, we ask our governments to create general awareness about their rights online, ensuring that our children have the best possible information about the nature of risks associated with online activities, empowering them to take the necessary actions to prevent exposure to harm, and providing them to take necessary actions in that regard is important. Parents also need to be empowered with the knowledge on the benefits and risks associated with ICTs. We know that the tangible results of the government's efforts in policies and practice will only be realized if there is collaboration between and amongst actors with an interest in child online protection. And that is why it gives me great joy to see the civil society participate in these activities. We encourage and welcome your active engagement, and we work to ensure that child online protection in Africa is a reality. You also play a critical role in child online protection by ensuring that our governments and all stakeholders fulfill their commitments and are held to account towards this very important cause. To the ICT industry, you also have an important set of responsibilities to discharge in relation to reducing risks to children online. We encourage you to set up internal procedures and processes that comply with local and international laws aimed at preventing and combating child online exploitation. This must of necessity include parental control features and warnings to children about the content they are about to be exposed to. Together as a continent, let us work towards the goal of ensuring child online protection. Exploitation of African children online is a regional problem that can only be addressed effectively through coordinated action at both the national and regional levels. Building a common approach across jurisdictions is important, as it allows for consistency in policies, legislation, and law enforcement, and raises public awareness of the problem and increases services available to assist affected children. It is evident that each of us has an important role to play, therefore. The International Telecommunications Union has provided guidelines for child online protection in Africa. We need to look at these guidelines and customize and adapt them in our strategies. Let us come together and share best practices on online protection of children. Let us work together for the achievement of this agenda. May child online protection be a long-term goal for all of us. I hope that we will have declarations after this session that will commit us to this cause and will facilitate monitoring and evaluation so that we can come back here at the same time in 2022 and evaluate the progress that we have so far made. Since the year 2015, as the African community, we have been talking about the Africa we want. This is as per the African Agenda 2063 that envisions Africa as a dominant player in the global arena. As a continent, we know that ICT will play a key role in achieving not only this agenda, but also the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Our children, who are the true torchbearers, need to interact with these technologies for them to fully harness the benefits of ICTs, and they can only do so when we create a safe and secure environment for them to explore these technologies. Having our children and young people online will help them now and will help us in future. At the center of the Africa we want is the African child. Without legal repercussions and a united and loud social condemnation, the abusers of our children online will not stop. Therefore, let us work together and use all possible means to ensure that the African child is protected online to thrive in the digital world. I thank you for your kind attention.
Wow. I mentioned how educative this symposium is going to be. This is just the beginning. I would like to invite Awo Ameya, the Executive Director of Child Online Africa, to give us the overview of the week of action.
Thank you, Dr. AJ. It's an honor to be here this morning and connecting with very, very important personalities this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, kindly permit me to walk you through what has gone on throughout this week as part of activities to mark the first ever Africa Week of Action for Child Online Protection. This wouldn't have been possible without the support of our key partners and personalities. So I would like to acknowledge the African Telecommunications Union, CISEMA, and Ruheso, all in Tanzania, Like a Palm Tree Foundation, Advocacy for Children's Rights Initiative, ZTech Foundation, all in Nigeria, Ministry of ICT in Sierra Leone, Internet Society of Ghana, Media Network for Child Rights and Development from the Zambia, Youth and Women for Opportunities in Uganda, Mayo of Zimbabwe, Sos Fekonde of Benin, Trace, Kenya, Thomi Africa in South Africa, Joels of Eswatini, RTP of Mozambique, Brighter Initiative for Revitalization and Development in Liberia, Africa Fit Academy, the IT Regional Office for Africa, Innovari Limited, MTN Ghana, our Week of Action activists and evangelists, Corey Kretsch, young people who have participated in the discussions throughout the week, individuals and other people who might have contributed indirectly. We appreciate your support in getting this off the ground and having it for the first time. So for the first day of the Africa Week of Action, we had what we call the Green Fit for Child Online Protection. We all know what green stands for growth. So as much as possible, we decided to have an event like that, which was dominated by social media actions. Day two, we had what we call the Internet We Want by children and young people. So we got contribution from young people and showcased their needs and their expectations of the Internet we want. Day three was marked by church and mosque outreaches. So we had dialogues with religious leaders and church groupings just to make sure that we all have understanding of child online protection requirements and we are all on the table together. Yesterday was the day we present joint petitions to the ICT ministries of the various countries that we came from. And in that petition, we put in one key reminder that is for them to prioritize child online protection in country and basing their designs on the ITU 2020 Child Online Protection Guidelines. Today is the day 5 and we are here with the symposium. And aside the symposium, some of the groups are also doing their other outreaches, which will build into the 16th of June to mark the Africa Union Day of the Child. As actors and stakeholders and digital service providers, as well as children in Africa, it's important we keep pace with the issues of digital environment because it evolves almost every now and then. And like you rightly know, we used to focus on risk in 4 categories. So we look at content, contact, conduct, and contract. But then it will interest you to know that there's a 5th C, which is a cross-cutting threat. And this threat seems to be the most devastating one among the first 4. So as much as possible, it's important for us to abreast ourselves with the emerging trend and also be able to position ourselves in addressing some of these issues. It has become very important now more than ever as actors in child protection to adopt a multi-stakeholder approach in trying to resolve issues. And if we are able to align most of the online threats to child online protection issues offline, we are better positioned to have a comprehensive system to protect children. Civil society, as well as child protection actors, have a responsibility to ensure a safe and beneficial digital environment exists for the African child. It would be ideal to put in place measures which promote only the best interest of the child, not that of the adult, as the foremost consideration, while making sure that appropriate measures within the children's rights are respected in our effort to empower and to build children's resilience. Maybe we want to take on board Mr. Omo's challenge that by 2022, whilst we come here, we should be able to showcase progress that has been made so far. Child Online Africa shall continue to work with actors, children, digital service providers, as well as other stakeholders in our quest to raising an army of cyber ethical children in Africa through strategic partnership. Thank you for your attention. Over to you, Dr. AJ.
Is she perhaps having problems?
Yeah.
That was very important to share with all of us.
So I would step in for Dr. AJ while she resolves her network issues. So the young people in our midst has a position.
Hello.
Hello.
Please, can anyone hear me?
Yes,
My
please.
apologies. Okay, I will. Thank you. Okay, so I'll begin again. Oh, dear African child, make the world see through you with computing. With our 10 fingers and our 2 eyes, let's online, learn and share. Get connected, communicate, teach, learn, and share your culture with the world through computing. Oh, dear African child, wait a minute. How safe are you? You are a child born in a digital age, I know. Now listen, if you wish to be a digital leader for Africa, you must be at the right place at the right time and do the right thing through computing. As leaders who are seeking the promise of Agenda 2040, let us protect the child. However, we need, as a matter of agency, make provision for digital skills in the natural guidelines for all African restrictions. To the future of Africa, again, I say, be at the right place at the right time and do the right thing. Oh, dear African child. Send love to all grateful receivers in the world through computing. Thank you.
Thank you too. Right. So Dr. AJ seems to be having
information. Please, can I be heard? Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, please, do we have Mrs. Jacqueline Hanson-Corte? Okay.
Hi, good morning. Yes, Hanson-Corte, thank you very much. Yes, I'm here.
Good morning.
Hi, AJ. Hi, Dr. AJ. Hi, how are you?
Fine,
Great stuff. So I believe the floor is mine at the moment.
Yes, it is.
Well noted, thank you. I'll try to make this as possible. Right, so I believe you can see the right view from me, which should be a full screen that says make child online protection visible. Kindly confirm.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, wow. Please let me know when that is available. So good morning again, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. My name is Jacqueline Hanson-Corte.
Good morning.
I serve as the LISO for MTN Ghana. You heard Madam Awo acknowledge us, so I think we're playing quite a bit of a part here. So I think it's just right that I share a few words. Please let me know when my screen is visible. From here, I have full coverage that I have shared. I don't know why it's not coming. Please, can you still not see my screens?
It's still not showing.
Okay, then I'll stop sharing and come in again. Okay.
Okay, we can see your screen now. Okay.
Right. Please, can you see the presenter view, or you can see the view you're supposed to be seeing? Kindly confirm for me.
You can see the presenter view.
Right.
Okay.
So I believe you're seeing the right thing now.
It works.
Yep.
Yes. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. So my slides have even started before. Technology will not worry us. Right. So it's an honor and a pleasure to be here as part of this week's celebration. Thank you very much for inviting us. So I think the development of internet has opened up unprecedented opportunities in the area of communication, commerce, and culture. I think we are all aware of that, and the access to the internet continues to increase across the African continent, with enormous possibilities for Africans of all ages, making it very easy for us to communicate with our brothers and sisters in the diaspora as well. For children in particular, I think the internet offers opportunities to learn, to communicate, to have fun, to imagine, and obviously to grow as well. And we are certainly at a stage where the merger between the digital and physical worlds is fully complete, and the internet is now a fully integrated part of both our children and young people. I think this has given rise to a generation that we'll call the digital generation of people born in the digital era who have grown up with access to digital information. And I think if we check the Maslow's needs, Wi-Fi would now be part of it. Obviously, the pandemic has played no small role in the acceleration, as we saw most learning move online in the past 18 months. And at the inception, we saw children as young as 3 years old who were having to learn online. Now, in spite of these benefits, it's very obvious that the internet still has its risks that we need to be worried of. It comes with its own threats and risks, especially for vulnerable populations like our children, and we still need to sort of do quite a lot to ensure that they are safe when they get on it, as most of their lives are moving there. So in this slide, I'll just be giving you some numbers. Now, at the stage at which we are in, the internet, the world without the internet is unimaginable. Connecting billions of people worldwide, the internet is at the core of the modern information society. So I'll give you some numbers: 59.5%. That's the world's population that uses internet. 33.3%. And the number of internet users who are actually children. 80%. Children in 25 countries who have reported feeling in danger of sexual abuse or exploitation online. 65%. These are 8 to 14-year-olds who have been involved in a cyberbullying incident. Slightly alarming. Some of these statistics are slightly alarming to know that our children have been sort of pushed into a world where they are not suitably equipped to navigate. Now, growing up online offers limitless opportunities through computers, smartphones, gaming consoles, television. Children learn and imagine and develop their social networks. Therefore, when used in the right way, there's no doubt the benefits and the potential that the internet provides to these children in order to broaden their horizons and ignite creativity. But as we've already said, these come with some serious risks. Cyberbullying, as I've mentioned in the term, in the forms of peer-to-peer violence, and this can affect young children. Young children may also be exposed to hate speech and violent content, including messages that incite self-harm and suicide. I don't think this is something that we should be taking lightly, something that we should throw all our weight about to see how we can assist and how we can help. So online risks faced by children are many and are surprisingly evolving as well. I think addressing them requires a blend of approaches that includes legislative, self and co-regulatory, technical awareness and educational measures, as well as positive content provision and child safety zone. It definitely requires a multi-stakeholder approach that spans across areas. I think last year, the Ministry of Communication commissioned their Child Online Portal in Ghana, which is a step in the right direction. We also have the stellar efforts of the Child Online Africa as well. So I think the conversation has started. We just need to put all our weight behind it and ensure that it yields fruitful results, as Mr. Omo so succinctly put it. From my part, I think I'm on the part of an industry player. We are another critical group of stakeholders in the protection of children. In most cases, we need to make sure that we have set up the right standards, which will form the basis for e-safety. Operators like ourselves, as I'm speaking about MTN in the sector, are encouraged to put in place the measures that will protect the privacy and personal data of children, especially while also respecting their right to free speech online. Industry players like ourselves, are also encouraged to make safety measures known to the general public, particularly parents and children, in very easy to understand and assimilate language. They must also provide necessary procedures for reporting online abuse of children, including setting up the hotlines just for child online protection issues. So also in line with reporting violations, it's very important for sector operators to liaise with law enforcement agencies and other cyber crimes, such as scam and identity theft, people who manage this area. We must also try as much as possible to support the research on COP issues, to inform our in-house policies when it comes to COP and what we are doing. I'm glad to say that this is something that is taken quite seriously at MTN. So MTN, in MTN as a group, we believe that everybody deserves the benefits of a modern connected life. We are also of the view that all the users of our products have the right to freely and safely enjoy connectivity and solutions that we as a company offer. MTN therefore has a zero tolerance approach to the abuse and exploitation of children. I think as MTN, we believe that we can contribute to positive outcomes for children who are more vulnerable and depend on we, the adults, to safeguard their rights in terms of their development and well-being. We'll do this while minimizing any adverse risks and impacts that mobile services can pose for these children. Protecting the children online, I believe, is a global challenge which requires a global and multi-stakeholder approach. Online safety is a community challenge and an opportunity for industry, government, and civil society to come together and work together to establish the safety principles and practices. MTN also believes that it is critical to educate children, parents, teachers, caregivers about the responsibility on how responsibly we can use digital technology to ensure that our children are safe and stay safe online. I think we have information sections on our website that provides guides that can be utilized for all. So in our stance, we've taken an official position on COP. The URL at the bottom would give you all the information that you need. And what we have done is, as well as taking an official position on COP, we have open channels for reporting sexual abuse content. And we are also sharing tips, tips for parents, tips for children, a digital age guide for children that will guide them, and also a statement on the digital rights of the children so that they know what their digital rights are. So we expect our customers to enjoy these rights in a responsible manner. In that view, as I've stated already, MTN in November 2019 confirmed its partnership with the NGO, which is the IWF, Internet Watch Foundation, to launch the Child Online Protection Initiative. I think Ghana, MTN Ghana on OPCO recognizes the plethora of opportunities the COVID pandemic has provided to diversify learning platforms for our children. And we will therefore deepen collaborations with the Ministry of Communications, the NCA, and other relevant stakeholders to ensure the internet creates a wonderful new world for learning, working, and playing for our children. These group initiatives that I have mentioned can further be localized, and indeed plans are far advanced to do that or to go on that journey as we focus on leading digital solutions for Africa's progress. We are actively working to make sure the internet is a safer place for our children. We aim to prevent harm to children through the following initiatives. We educate children, parents, guardians, and carers, as I've already mentioned, about how to responsibly use digital technology, ensure that our children remain safe online. We continue to engage regulators, social service agencies, and other organizations working collaboratively to prevent access to online child sexual abuse material, CSAM. We apply our best endeavors to ensure that MTN's third-party content providers do not make CSAM available to our customers as well. We will support the work of law enforcement agencies undertaking investigation into potential sexual abuse crimes committed against children using MTN platforms. Also using IWF's confidential reporting portal, MTN encourages customers and members of the public to safely and anonymously report online CSAM, which is child sexual abuse material. Using third-party neutral software, will block sites hosting child sexual abuse material identified by the Internet Watch Foundation, whose remit is to minimize the availability of online sexual abuse content as well. I believe the provisions in the new Cybersecurity Act 2020, Act 1038 also support these initiatives. All the initiatives that are listed above complements the provisions of sections 62 to 68 of the Cybersecurity Act 2020, Act 1038, which provide for the protection of children online. So looking at the blocking, filtering, and taking down of illegal content is also provided under 87 of the Act. I believe these are also in line with provisions of Articles 12, 15, and 28 of the 1992 Constitution, which provide for the protection of fundamental human rights, respect for dignity, and children's rights. So this is our pledge to you as MTN. If there are any questions that would be asked of me, I'll be ready to take them now. Thank you very much for this platform. Wish us all well, and good luck with all the efforts that we are putting in place to make this a success. Thank you. Dr. Justina?
Thank you.
Oh, okay, I will. So over to you.
Thank you. Yes, because I'm sure she's having issues again. We're supposed to have the legal framework or legislative regime kind of oversight given us, but then I haven't seen Dr. Mashamba connecting yet. May I invite Foss to share some perspectives with us? Okay, people are getting ready, people are ready. Abigail and Ajua, are you set to take off?
Yes, please.
Over to you, please.
Auntie, please, we're wondering if you could give us the permission to share screen.
Please go ahead, you have that.
Thank you.
Jake, kindly see to that. Yeah, so could you be speaking whilst you tidy up so we save a bit of time? Thank you.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. We are from Kirkridge School, and we are here to present on the theme, Make Child Online Protection Visible. I'm Ajua. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Raphael.
You are welcome.
Thank you. So we're celebrating Africa Week of Action for Child Online Protection, and the theme is Make Child Online Protection Visible. As young people who have used the internet during the COVID-19 lockdown and continue to use it now, what message do you have for the stakeholders in order to make your online experience enjoyable? So some of the stakeholders will help in making the experience of children online safe and enjoyable are parents, guardians, or carers, teachers, the telecom company, the media house, the government, and then our peers. Now, more than ever, our African children are vulnerable to online criminals, creating an urgent need for protecting them online. It is for this reason we want to send a message to the various stakeholders to ensure child online protection. So our parents, as parents, guardians, or carers, you play a vital role in the making of your child's online experience enjoyable and safe at home. So as parents, some things you can do to make your child's experience online safe and enjoyable, which is at home. we feel that first you should talk with your child. Not all parents are close to their children due to some inconveniences such as distance. Some parents are not close to their children, maybe due to school, work, or any other thing. So once in a while, when you get time with your children, you should talk to them about the ways to use the internet. And some children do not know how to use it. So maybe when they are given their gadgets to do schoolwork, they end up maybe doing something which is not for them, which is not. And also, you should teach them how to behave toward other people online or on the. Some children are rude, mostly on the internet. They feel that people, since they are not using their real ages and profiles, they can just speak to anyone anyhow on the internet, and it's really bad. Third, they should also check what their children do on the internet. Parents should at least put some time aside to check what their children do on the internet. They should check what information is available online about their children. Sorry. Most parents don't even know which social media their children use. They just feel that maybe their children are on WhatsApp, that's for back. Their children go beyond Instagram, Snapchat, and others, and it's really important. Some children, for example, someone is called Kofi, but if you go to social media and check, the person is called Smith something, and it's not fine. And lastly, you should use parental controls to restrict your child's use of his or her cell phone.
Okay, as teachers too, we also play a vital role in making children enjoy their experience on the internet, sure that they have a safe experience too. So as teachers, we need to discuss internet safety with our students regularly, meet as a class, discuss internet etiquette with our students so that they don't go against certain rules on the internet. They need to take time to find out how students are using the internet outside the class. Encourage students to talk to the teachers if there's anything about internet safety. If there is any problem about cyberbullying, any problem they have, they should be allowed to talk to their teachers about it. Teachers are supposed to talk to students, prevent them from posting anything online they don't want their colleagues, family, and friends to see.
Okay, so at the media houses, we should at least try to restrict the advertisement of adult material, since it's not all children that have been trained to watch harsh things like that on the internet. And also, you should at least create posters that should promote child online safety. A lot of children don't know their rights online, so they're not able to fight for them.
The government also has a vital role in protecting the experience of children online. So institutions should be created to check the online activities of children. Specific laws should be aimed at protecting kids online. Policies on child online safety should be instituted. Government should provide necessary ICT tools and provide internet access in the rural areas.
As peers, you also play the biggest role in the safety of your peers, because a lot of children really like to share information with their friends more than their parents or their family members. So as peers, even if you watch adult content, you should try and protect your friend by not discussing it in school. And then you should also encourage your friends to speak up when they are bullied online.
Okay, telecom companies also have a vital role in protecting child safety. So to make internet experience enjoyable, they should reduce the cost of data. Nowadays, data is very expensive, which makes it difficult for people to afford. Telecom companies should try to send pieces of advice regarding online activities to gadgets that belong to children. We can see they are already doing that, so we encourage that they continue to do this.
We want to use this opportunity to thank the Child Online Africa team, the African Telecommunication Union, the AU, and then the UNECA for their support in making this program a success. We also want to use this opportunity to thank all other dignitaries and sponsors who put their busy schedules aside to support this program.
Thank you.
Thank you all for listening. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Abigail and Ajua. That was a piece of advice for each and every person involved. All stakeholders had their share. Thank you so much to you all. Hello, please, am I on?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I wish to invite next Mr. Fred Odru Sapon. Mr. Fred Odru Sapon, if you are on. Hello, sir. I guess Mr. Sapon move on and invite Mr. Andrew, the Regional Director for Africa Internet Telecommunication Union, and to the AU and UNECA. Mr. Andrew Wigege. Mr. Andrew Wigege, if you're on.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you now.
Well, let me first say I'm blown away by those children. I feel like I do not have to speak. I feel like they are right on the ball and they're advising us instead of us advising them. So I really take my hat off to you, Abigail and Ajua. But let me go back and congratulate you all for this event, the Africa Week of Action for Child Online Protection Symposium. I don't know whether the Honorable Minister is here, but protocol demands I address Madam Haja Fatima Ouattara, Minister of Digital Economy and Postal Development of Burkina Faso. I don't know whether my friend John is still online, the Secretary General of the Africa Telecommunication Union. Oh, Jacqueline, I yellow to you. I should probably say that in my past life, I was yellow to the core. Congratulations and hello to you. Madame Justina, our Director of Program, it is a pleasure. I can't mention everybody, but I would be remiss if I did not thank Madame Awo. She boldly picked up the phone and called me and introduced herself, and I love that. I loved even more the subject matter she was introducing, because child online protection is very close to my heart. Ladies
Thank you,
sir. It's more than a pleasure for me to be here, as I just said, and to take part this afternoon in the symposium with a very catchy and very timely theme of making child online protection visible. I know that we have been talking about this for a long time in different fora, but I think now the call to action to actually make child online protection visible is a step up, because there are those who have no idea and who would like to step up and join us who actually are fighting for the protection of children online. Over 400 million children are currently living on the continent, on the African continent, and the number is rising. And our responsibility is to those children. Considering that the number of these children is going to double when the population doubles by 2050, the responsibility on our shoulders is even bigger. Similarly, in Africa, the number of youth who are these children that have now grown up a little bit is also critically high. And I want us to remember that what happens in the formative years of these children is what they are going to be when they become youth and what they are going to be when they are a bit older. So it is critically important to protect these children, because as psychologists, child psychologists will say, you can damage a child by what they see, by what they hear, by what traumatizes them at that age. And sometimes what is online, if it is not controlled for the child, can be traumatizing. Protecting children online is a global challenge, as has been said already, which requires regional and global approaches. While many efforts to improve child online protection are already underway, their reach has been at a different level than regional or global. There are individual efforts in different countries, in different companies, but I think this needs to be a global effort, because all children in the world, if they are not already, they will be connected. And what happens to one child will happen to the other. If you look at the statistics, and some of these have been cited, 70% of the kids encounter sexual or violent content online while doing homework research. These pop-ups can be extremely devastating. 17% of teenage children aged 8 to 12 have received an online message that is often unsolicited, with photos or words that make them uncomfortable. And in those cases, only 7% of the parents are aware of this. 65% of the 8 to 14s have been involved in a cyberbullying event. I, even at my age, have been traumatized at one time when I heard of a pretty young girl in Canada who committed suicide after being bullied, after being cyberbullied. To see the life of a child like that cut short is traumatizing by any standards. 75% of children would share personal information online in exchange for little things. They need the education to know that they shouldn't share their personal information because of the effect. COVID-19 has generated what? Can we ask Sophie, please, to mute? Thank you. COVID-19 has generated school closures and physical distancing measures and closed and opened up many online platforms. While digital solutions have a huge or provide huge opportunity for sustaining and promoting children's rights, in fact, these same tools may be also used and increase children's exposure. The context of COVID-19, keeping children safe online obviously requires a concerted and urgent action on the part of parents, as I was saying, caregivers, school authorities, digital technology companies like Jacqueline's, providers, social service workers, and governments, and others. ITU and sister organizations like UNICEF, GPE, EVAC, or ODC, We Protect Global Alliance, WHO, World Childhood Foundation, USA. These have set priorities and recommendations to promote positive online experiences for children. These recommendations include empowering children online, supporting parents and caregivers to help children stay safe online, providing a safe online learning experience for students, making online platforms safe and accessible for children, and ITU's new global network resilience platform, Reach for COVID, is a place for regulators, government authorities, and industry to share and pool experiences, including those on child online protection, ongoing initiatives, and innovative policy and regulatory measures designed to help ensure communities and children remain connected, strengthen national prevention and response and support services. The ITU has launched the global COP guidelines. It first of all launched Child Online Protection Initiative in November 2008 as a multi-stakeholder effort within the global cybersecurity agenda framework. The initiative brings together partners from all sectors of the global community to create a safe and empowering online experience for children around the world. The 2020 COP guidelines that I've just mentioned that we launched last December serve as a blueprint which can be adopted and used in a way that is consistent with national or local customs and laws. I was very happy to hear that some of the things that are in these guidelines were mentioned by Abigail and Ajur in their presentation. At the level of children, families, the guidelines aim to support children, young people, and their entourage by informing and engaging, raising awareness, and promoting the development of digital skills and digital literacy. Children are their own protection. So children with the skills and literacy required can protect themselves. At the industry, the guidelines aim at supporting the private sector in the development and management of sustainable business policies and strategies related to COP. Again, happy to see what MTN is doing. At the level of policymakers, the COP guidelines support the development, drafting, adoption, and implementation of national COP strategies. The ICT world is a fast changing one, and ICTs remain good means of accelerating progress in all sectors of life. And this context of the COVID-19 pandemic has shown all along the way the importance of ICTs for the country's resilience through the sustainability of daily business, operations, healthcare, and others. Our vision for COP in Africa is creating a world where children can be connected and take full advantage of the opportunities of a reliable and safe online environment. So, I would like to congratulate at this moment the countries of Burundi, Kenya, Cote d'Ivoire, and Malawi, which have already committed to implement these revised guidelines during the launch. Ladies and gentlemen, my office here at the ITU Regional Office for Africa is really keen to work with you, to accompany you in such initiative in the region. We already started assisting some countries like Chad, Ghana, Kenya, and Malawi on various areas of relating to child online protection, including the COP strategy, creating national task forces on COP with multinational stakeholders, and raising awareness and training, including the translation of the COP guidelines into local languages. Guidelines are no good if some people, and particularly those mothers and daughters in the rural areas, cannot understand them. Hence the efforts to have them in all languages. We are about to start the creating a safe cyberspace for children project, which aims at proposing a holistic approach to the challenge of child online safety through 2 work streams. The first one is cyber skills development, cyber skills development on the child online protection, and the second one is child online protection policy support for governments. Ladies and gentlemen, the keywords at this moment should be collaboration, participation, public and private sector engagement, and best practices to strengthen the safety of our kids and young people in this emerging digital future. With that, let me sincerely thank you again and congratulate you for this effort and pledge to work with you on these initiatives that will protect our children. I wish you a rich and fruitful symposium. Back to you, Justina.
Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew. That is the Regional Director for African International Telecommunication Union. Thank you so much, sir. We are so grateful for your presentation. Okay, we will be inviting Reverend Dr. Cyril. Sir, please, are you in? Reverend Dr. Cyril.
Yes, I'm in.
My name is Justina. Oh, thank God. Hello, okay, so now we have Reverend Dr. Cyril Fayose. If I pronounce your surname wrongly, forgive me. He is the General Secretary for Christian Council of Ghana. Sir, please, you have the platform.
Thank you very much, Justina.
You're welcome, sir.
It is a pleasure to be part of this wonderful initiative. I come from the religious fraternity, the Christian Council of Ghana, as you have already pointed out. And as I sat back and listened, to hello, can you see me? Yeah, sorry, I was in the middle of something, so I'm not ready to go. As I sat back and listened to the little children, again, like my previous speaker said, I was really blown away by their presentation. One of the takeaways that I have from what I've heard so far, and what I've heard from my sister, Awo Idam as well, is the fact that our children are really at risk. I heard that also from the MTN lady. Our children are very much at risk. And as religious people, we are always concerned about the sanctity of life, about the protection of our children, about the protection of every person in life. No one should be taken advantage of. So I want to congratulate my sister Awo Idam and this entire initiative to make online protection of children a visible thing, a very good effort. Congratulations to you. As I said, as religious people, protection of life, protection of our values, our morals, helping people to live freely in society and enjoy the benefits of what society has to give to everyone is our priority. So I am very ready to support this project. As you already know, the church in so many ways has a ready audience. We have a number of people who sit in our pews every Sunday and we speak to them. So if there's an initiative like this and the church is involved, religious leaders are involved, we throw our weight behind it. We believe that it will go a long way to help spread the message of protecting our children and helping them to benefit from their online presence, while at the same time, they are not taking advantage of. We have done similar things as religious persons with other situations that had come up in the past. For example, with HIV/AIDS awareness creation, for instance. The church has been at the forefront of making people aware of the dangers of HIV/AIDS and how to protect themselves from it. And I believe that we can do same with this project. So I would like to assure all of us that as religious leaders, we are going to be on board. The ecumenical bodies, the Christian Council of Ghana, and the other ecumenical bodies in Ghana and around Africa. If we have access to the necessary information, we are going to put it out there for our people, our churches, our member churches, to pass on to church leaders and their entire membership, so that we are all very much aware of the risks that our children are exposed to, the dangers that our children are exposed to, so that we can work together to mitigate against it. So on that note, I'd like to congratulate the organizers of this forum for doing a good job. And we pray that you continue to work with us, the churches. Let us know what is happening in the digital world, so that we can pass it on to our people, so that we all live together in this world, benefiting from the advances of technology. May the Lord be with all of us. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much, Reverend Dr. Cyril. I was looking for the opportunity to say him again because I felt like I pronounced it well. Thank you so much.
You are most welcome.
Okay, so now I wish to invite Mr. Fred Sapon, if he's on. Mr. Fred Odro Sapon. I know you're having technical problems. That is why you've not been able to join us.
It was having technical problems earlier on.
Okay, thank you, sir.
But I think I've fully joined now. Was Justina, was it?
Yes, please.
Justina, nice to be part of this very important, yes, in some circumstances trivialized in our society. And it's very important that we've gathered to actually address this pertinent issues that, if not looked at now, by the time we realize in future, I know it has taken a different turn as we speak, but if not realized now and dealt with now, is going to cause loads of problems. So I really want to say I'm glad to be part of this program. Looking at this with online stuff, there's not, you can't definitely say our children are secure, but you cannot stop them from actually gaining the information that they get from online as well. So it would be a good idea for us to actually address a few things moving forward. Where I am in the UK, where these things, they've seen the importance of taking charge of these things earlier on, because, for example, things that we in that, well, people in Africa might not be following or accepting that there's a problem along those lines. Online cyberbullying in the UK is very, very rampant at the moment. And with the lockdown and things like that coming into play, children are feeling the pressure of having to get everything done online, even with their education. So you can't stop them. But how do we make them safe? With the rampant, well, not rampant, but the ease of getting data in some parts of Africa, it means children are even forced to actually do some of their work online as well. So we need to look at that point. And I'm happy to add my 2 p's worth of knowledge in the sector during this proceedings. And I must say a warm welcome to everyone as well. And I'm happy to be part of this afternoon's program. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, sir. It's my pleasure to have you, and we are so delighted for your time. Okay, our guest of honor is a holder of DESS in computer and multimedia networking. She was the founding member of the African Free Software Network and accredited member of ICANN and Internet Source Allocation Company. Madam have been with us since we started, and she has been on patiently. Honorable Haja Fatimata Ouattara. She is the Minister of Digital Economy and Postal Development in Burkina Faso. Hello, Honorable.
Oui, bonjour Justina et bonjour à toutes et à tous. Vous savez que l'Afrique, c'est un continent coloré, un continent de diversité linguistique et culturelle. Et je suis donc heureuse d'apporter un peu de diversité à ce symposium parce que je vais m'exprimer en français et j'espère que cela va vous rendre enthousiaste aussi. Si cela convient, donc, je continue avec mes propos. Justina, vous m'entendez?
Hello, I'm here.
Do you hear
Thank
me?
you. Yes, I can hear you.
OK. Monsieur John Omo, secrétaire général de l'Union africaine des télécommunications, Monsieur Andrew Rudjedje, directeur régional de l'UIT, Madame Ao Aïdam Amenia, directrice exécutive de Child Online Africa, Monsieur le secrétaire général du Conseil chrétien du Ghana, Monsieur le porte-parole de l'imam en chef du Ghana, les chefs religieux, l'ensemble donc du corps diplomatique, Mesdames, Messieurs de la communauté académique, Mesdames et Messieurs des organisations de la société civile et des organisations non gouvernementales, Mesdames et Messieurs les représentants des organisations régionales et interafricaines, honorables délégués, chers jeunes et chères jeunes filles et jeunes garçons, je voudrais d'emblée adresser mes sincères remerciements aux organisateurs de m'avoir convié en tant qu'invité d'honneur à cette conférence entrant dans le cadre de la Semaine africaine d'action pour la protection des enfants en ligne. La pertinence de cette initiative est certaine et n'appelle pas outre développement. La sécurité en ligne, d'une manière générale, est un défi de la société de l'information. En effet, le développement fulgurant des réseaux et services de communication électronique large bande a entraîné la dépendance des individus, des entreprises et des États aux dits réseaux et services. Notre continent n'est pas en marge de cette évolution et enregistre des performances intéressantes grâce aux réformes entreprises et aux mesures de régulation. Cependant, il est constant que les technologies de l'information et de la communication constituent un facteur essentiel de compétitivité des entreprises et des nations, et il convient de noter qu'elles sont également porteuses de menaces. En effet, elles sont également utilisées à des fins malveillantes voire attentatoires aux droits des personnes. Ainsi, et comme je l'ai mentionné, garantir la confiance et la sécurité dans l'utilisation du numérique est un défi global de la gouvernance de ce secteur. Il est d'une impérieuse nécessité d'assurer surtout aux couches sensibles que sont les enfants un accès approprié, paisible et sécurisé au service des droits, au service donc des communications électroniques. Au Burkina Faso, les réformes engagées à la fin des années 1990 portaient un effort particulier a été consenti pour la mise en place d'un cadre juridique et institutionnel propice au développement des télécommunications TIC à la sécurisation du cyberespace et des acquis importants ont été réalisés. Et dans ce sens, il y a la loi sur la protection des données à caractère personnel, la mise en place d'une agence nationale de sécurité des systèmes d'information. Il y a la loi sur la lutte contre la cybercriminalité avec la révision donc, du code pénal et du code de procédure pénale. Et il y a une stratégie nationale de cybersécurité et je suis heureuse donc de dire qu'il y a une stratégie en cours d'élaboration sur la protection de l'enfance en ligne. Ensemble, la protection des usagers des services de communication électronique et particulièrement des enfants est au cœur de la stratégie de développement du numérique au Burkina Faso. Je réitère mes félicitations aux initiateurs de la Semaine africaine de la protection des enfants en ligne, qui contribuera certainement à édifier nos États, à mieux prendre en charge cette importante problématique, surtout à un moment où nous assistons donc à une utilisation exponentielle du digital par les enfants avec la pandémie de la COVID-19 et surtout avec la fermeture temporaire des écoles. À cet effet, et pour terminer, je voudrais encore saluer la tenue de ce symposium, remercier et féliciter les organisateurs et tous les intervenants et faire une mention spéciale à l'UAT. Je voudrais tout particulièrement encourager les pays africains à redoubler d'efforts dans le développement des stratégies nationales spécifiques, car cela va améliorer le score de l'Afrique, la notation donc de l'Afrique lors du bilan pendant les prochaines plénipos. Je voudrais lancer un appel aux pays africains d'adresser sérieusement la protection de l'enfance en ligne et surtout d'en faire une priorité dans les politiques de développement, tout en réitérant mes remerciements donc, aux organisateurs et souhaiter plein succès à cette initiative qui doit continuer. Je voudrais vous remercier de votre aimable attention et encore merci de m'avoir associé. J'espère que avec cette diversité linguistique, que quand même ce message est passé. Je vous remercie.
Thank you very much, Honorable. We are so grateful for your time. I mean, you came with one of the earlier bets, so you've been with us through and through, and we greatly appreciate your time, Madam.
Maybe a quick one. So to help people to appreciate the speech, we have the translations in the chat, and then we would also be attaching a copy of the English and French versions for the media personnel amongst us. So please connect with the chat room and you have the information. Thank you.
Oh, great. Finally, we have been successful with this program. It is my prayer that next year we are any problems with the internet and everybody's going to be live. Videos will be well connected, voice will be well heard, and then we can have it rolled out every year. Thank you all so much for participating and joining. We are so grateful for your time, especially those who have been with us since 11. We started around 11:03, and through it all, you've been with us. We are so grateful. Thank you so much for your time. Would you have anything to say?
Not much to say, but then just to appreciate everyone who has been with us. In fact, I forgot to acknowledge our friends from the Nigerian Communications Commission. They are on board. And so we thank you. We thank you, everyone The thank yous will come in a different form than having it said here because we are almost out of time. So that is all I have to say. But then you have never disappointed us and we are so grateful. Let's keep the conversation going. Let's keep the tempo. It's important we make the most of the opportunities that are there online for young people, but then they cannot do it themselves because they don't have the pocket power to make it happen. But we, the adults who are with them, can hold their hands and make it happen. So thank you everyone for connecting. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.